HQN Books and Harper Audio present One Summer in Paris by Sarah Morgan, performed by Eileen Stevens, Billie Fulford-Brown, and Tanya Eby. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Marcel Proust. Grace. Grace Porter woke on Valentine's Day, happily married, and blissfully unaware that was about to change. Downstairs in the kitchen, she added slices of cheese to the bread she'd baked fresh the day before, put fruit and raw vegetables into lunchboxes, and then checked her list. Number 4 on today's list? Remind Sophie about dinner. She glanced up. Don't forget, Dad and I are out tonight. Your dinner is in the fridge. Her daughter Sophie was messaging a friend. Sophie? I know, no phones at the table, but this is urgent. Amy and I are writing a letter to the paper about that development they're going to build on the edge of town. Dad promised he'd publish it. Can you believe they want to close the dog shelter? Those dogs are going to die if someone doesn't do something. And that someone is me. There. Done. Sophie finally looked up. Mom, I can make my own lunch. Would you include fresh fruit and veg? No. Which is why I'd rather make my own. Sophie gave a smile that didn't just light her up. It lit Grace up, too. And you're starting to sound like Monica, which is a little scary. Her daughter was like sunshine. She made the world a brighter place. For years, Grace had been braced for her to rebel, take drugs, or roll in drunk after an illicit party with friends. But it hadn't happened. It seemed that Sophie's genetic makeup favored David's side of the family, which was a relief. If Sophie had an addiction, it was causes. She hated injustice, inequality, and anything she deemed unfair, particularly when it related to animals. She was the champion of all dogs, especially the underdog. Grace was quick to defend her friend. Monica is a wonderful mother. Maybe, but I can tell you that the first thing Chrissy is going to do when we get to Europe this summer is feast on a ton of fries to make up for all the years her mom wouldn't let her touch them. Sophie finished her oatmeal. Did you say something about dinner? Have you forgotten what day it is? Grace closed the lunchboxes and put one next to Sophie. The others she slid into her own bag. Valentine's Day. Sophie slid off her chair and picked up her empty bowl. The day it becomes public knowledge that nobody loves me. Dad and I love you. No offense, but you're not young, cool, and athletic. Grace took a mouthful of coffee. How much should she say? It's still Sam? Sophie's smile faded as if someone had hit the dimmer switch. He's seeing Callie. They walk around together holding hands. She keeps giving me these smug smiles. I've known Callie since I was 3, so I don't understand why she's doing this. I mean, date him, sure. That sucks, but it's life. But it's like she's trying to hurt me. Grace felt a burning in her chest. Not heartburn, but parenthood. As a mother, her role was to support from the sidelines. It was like being forced to watch a really bad play without the consolation of knowing you could leave in the interval. I'm sorry, honey. Don't be. Sophie put her bowl in the dishwasher and then added the one her father had left on the side. It would never have worked out. Sophie and Sam sounds pretty lame, don't you think? Her hurt slid into Grace and settled deep in her gut. You're going to college soon. After a month in California, you won't even remember Sam exists. You have your whole life ahead of you, and all the time in the world to meet someone special. I'm going to study, graduate top of my class, and go to law school where I can learn how to sue people who are assholes. Sophie! Not.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?